Hello friends, welcome to Notebook Videos. Let's begin with the session on money and banking. It seems that in today's world, both these are very familiar terms. Almost everyone we know have bank accounts and deal with money. But was money always there? Did we have money in the past? If not, how did transactions happen in absence of money? My friends, we'll answer all these questions in this lesson. So stay tuned. Some of us may already know that long before money existed, there was the barter system in primitive economies. The barter system involved exchange of goods and services based on need. So, let's define the two key characteristics of the barter system very carefully. It involves trading of products and services for other product and services based on need and is the simplest mode of transaction. For example, Ram needed a half a kilo of wheat and Hari had some extra wheat to trade and wanted some tomatoes. So both Ram and Hari exchanged their needs. This therefore involved no monetary transaction and wants were satisfied. Such an economy where barter takes place directly is called a barter economy. Now the barter system was working fine until the society matured. Wants grew and people started looking for a variety of goods. Wants had to match for barter to take place and goods had to be quantified properly for an appropriate barter. What if a crate of apples had to be exchanged with a rooster? For such reasons, it became difficult to quantify exchange, and barter exchange became harder. So some of the disadvantages of the barter system were lack of double coincidence of wants, lack of common measure of value, lack of store of value, lack of standard of deferred payments. Money overcomes all such limitations of the barter system. With regard to the lack of double coincidence of wants, we already explained that unless A's need matched with B's, barter would not take place. Similarly, there had to be some standardization of value or a common measure of value for appropriate barter. Point 3 says lack of store of value. And what does this refer to? Goods and products may be of many different kinds. Some may be perishable or non-perishable. For perishable products such as meat and milk, barter does not work that well, as there is no way we could have stored these goods for long in the past. Even now, with use of refrigerators, goods that are perishable may get wasted within 7 to 15 days. So, with the barter system, people were unable to store perishable goods for use in the future. In the barter economy, there is no way we can defer payments to the future. Loans or time to return the goods and services cannot be deferred for a long time. It's possible that you may defer it for 1 or 2 days, but trade may not be possible between two parties engaged in the barter economy if the time to return one party's goods is way longer than the other. So, this was one limitation of the barter system and was later overcome by banking and unofficial sources of banking. Banks offer loans, payments, for which can be deferred over time with additional interest rates. For all the limitations of the barter system, money was invented. There was need for standardization of value, deferring of payments, and of course, trade had to take place even when there was no double coincidence of wants. The issue was, how long would I wait for someone to provide me with the goods I wanted in exchange of what I could offer. So here we are, my friends. Money was invented and defined. Use of money made things easier. Let's see how we can very simply define money. Money can be defined as anything that is accepted as a medium of exchange, measure of value, store of value, and the standard of deferred payments. It is clear from this definition that money overcame all limitations of the barter system. Money circulation is therefore an important aspect of functioning of any economy. Just as any other good, money needs to be demanded and supplied. In other words, there needs to be demand and supply of money for the money market to function. So very intuitively, how do we calculate the sum total of all money? What is lying around in the economy? Well, the easiest way to answer this would be the total value of all money held by public at a particular time. This is a stock concept since you are looking at money at one instantaneous point of time. Now, the most important thing about money supply are its measures. These are a few things that you need to learn well. There are 4 main sources or measures of money supply. The first one is M1 and includes all the liquid cash and coins held by the general public, deposits at banks, and other deposits with the Reserve Bank of India. Other deposits at RBI would include government deposits and deposits of financial institutions. Now, the second measure of money supply, M2, would include M1 and deposits at the post office. Now, this is weird, right? Why would post office deposits have to be singled out when all other deposits have been put under M1? Well, there is a reason for this. Deposits at the post office are not checkable. They cannot be encashed so easily as there is no check facility. Nowadays, of course, there are many ways, but this has been said as the norm. The third source of money, M3, would again include M1 and time deposits with commercial banks. So again, we are not excluding M1 here. Instead, we are adding the time deposits. These are deposits we make with all future earnings in mind. Fixed deposit made in banks came under this category. M4 is the last category and it simply involves M3 and all deposits made with the post office. So M4 involves M3 and one extra component related to the PO. So breaking it down, we have M4 is equal to M1 plus time deposits at the commercial banks plus all other deposits at the post office. Remember, all these concepts are theoretical to a certain extent, but have to be remembered. You may have to answer questions in your exams and discuss categories under which money is measured and hence supplied. So try to remember the categories discussed. With this, we come to the end of this session. We look forward to your continued attention in the next session, where we shall be discussing the money multiplier and the demand side of the money market. Thanks for watching Notebook Videos and goodbye.